Hello fellow warriors, I am Zardar and welcome. So today, if you have missed it, there has been an update on Warhammer 2. Here are the patch notes. The update is called the Amethyst one, and it's quite easy to miss because all of the social media of Total War is actually getting flooded with Three Kingdoms stuff at the moment, and I barely even saw it. So what is new about this patch? Well, we will get a new hero, probably for free if you own only Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2, because he's gonna be available only on the Mortal Empires campaign. And it actually makes sense because he's gonna most likely be an Empire wizard, because he belongs to the Empire colleges of magic, as we can see over here. So I'm not really that good with the lore, what Amethyst means, so I can't guess what kind of spells or magic he's gonna be having, but it's good to know that we have a new lord. And we're just gonna go through the fixes and the battle changes, that battle balance changes. Alright, for fixes, the final battle will now trigger correctly in the Eye of the Vortex, provided the final rituals has not already been triggered in the save game. Whatever. Fixed issue where the game would crash when multiple Doomsphere devices detonated at the same time. Fixed issue where the game would soft lock when triggering a small selection of advice lines. Okay. Fixed issue where the game would crash in the end turn sequence. Actually that has happened a lot to me lately, so quite happy about that. Fixed issue where legendary heroes would resume the game with 0 health after being wounded. Never run against that, like it never has happened to me. Fixed issue where on loading a save game many Empire settlements would appear as ruins. Fixed issue where the leech achievement wasn't triggering correctly, reduced the chance of gaining warp fuel from agent actions to 50%. Okay, that's good. Minor nerf. Increased all forbidden workshop upgrades warp fuel cost by 1. That's good because it was too cheap. Increased warp fuel cost of Doom rockets by 1. Removed the Winds of Magic cost reduction for warp lightning in the forbidden workshop upgrade warp spark plugs. Okay. Removed the cooldown reduction for warp lightning from ancillary warp lightning battery. Increased the cooldown of endless drum ability in the forbidden workshop from 15 to 25 seconds. Increased maximum range of Jezeel projectiles. Really? Did they actually need that? Whatever. Fixed missing front end start position map image for Volkmar the Grim. Fixed front end start position map image for Tic-Tac-Toe in Mortal Empires campaign. Fixed an issue with Ikit's Daemon quest. Fixed Lord Croc's spell browser videos. Oh, there was a problem with that. Replaced Foe Seeker with Master of the Skies ability for Tic-Tac-Toe. That's probably campaign, yeah. Replaced Arcane Conduit with unlimited power ability in Ikit's close kill tree. Okay, I just because of the name I love that ability already. And the change that they did. Updated region of Tlaqua to Jaluk Oasis in Mortal Empires campaign. Okay, that's good. Updated region of Quetzalcoatl to Wadi El Tabuk in Mortal Empires campaign. Okay, can you just give us Araby next then? Updated province of Western Jungles to Southern Desert of Araby in Mortal Empires campaign. Removed 20 Winds of Magic reserves from Ikit's upgraded version of the Brass Orb ability. Okay, he needed that. Increased physical resistance from 8 to 10% for Ikit's power armor skill. Removed plus 20 armor from Ikit's double insulation skill. Okay, so minor nerfs as we can see over here. For Ikit in general, increased magic resistance from 15% to 20% for Ikit's double insulation skill. Added plus 20% fire resistance to Ikit's as well. Reduced cooldown for all spells from minus 20% to minus 10% for Ikit. Reduced cooldown for all spell from minus 30% to minus 10% for Warlock Masters for the power overloaded skill, and removed Warpstone tokens skill from Ikit and Warlock Master. Added level 7 plus Salamander Hunting Pack buffs of missile resistance, leadership and melee defense to Spawn Kin skill for Lizardman characters. Okay. Alright, there's a lot of stuff here, like removed Warpstone tokens skill from both Ikit and Warlock Master. Added level 5. Okay, I've already read that. I was here. Skinks and Chameleon Skinks will now receive armor and melee defense buffs from Tehenuin's Disciples of Sotek skill. Skinks and Chameleon Skinks will now receive the leadership and melee buffs from Tehenuin. The same goes for the casualty replenishment and upkeep buffs from the Genuine's Reverend skill. Skirmisher, Dexterous units, King Leader skills now clearly indicate which King unit types receive each buff. Fixed issue with Paladins unable to complete the pledge to Manan when embedded in an army. Fixed an issue with Paladins unable to complete the pledge order. Fixed issue with pledge to campaign where defeating a minor settlement would count towards the completion conditions. These are minor stuff, all of them. Fixed issue with pledge to valor. Fixed issue with vows pledge completion. Fair cold ones now available at tier 1 for Lizardmen instead of tier 3. Oh, good. Vastly increased discoverability of Doomsphere and Warp Camp buildings, increased food cost of certain buildings slightly, decreased food income potential of the Under Empire slightly. Yeah, that was needed because I was making a ton set of food just from one province, one Under Warren Empire thingy. Increased passive discoverability of value of agents when discovering other cities from to 15 from 10. Okay, that makes sense. Increased AI's likelihood of destroying discovered under cities by a fair amount. Okay, because they would just find them and just leave them alone for a lot of turns. Amended Red Crested King's description. No longer are they the fastest kings in the world. Okay. Updated Alberic Mount description for Tempiti in custom and multiplayer battles. Okay. So here we go. This is what we care, and as I can see here, like the vampires have happened to face another huge nerf. So the invocation of Nehek is gonna be nerfed by 2 seconds, which is freaking amazing. Also -2 duration when upgraded and +1 power cost and maximum of 4 targets, so no huge blob up heals anymore. Earthblood also max 4 targets, but you barely get more than that. Also for the upgraded one, the Guardian has been nerfed to 15% physical resistance. Wraithstorm is a little bit more inaccurate now, which was needed, the spell from Noctilus. Brass Orb now has a wind up of 3 seconds. So I think like when it pulls the units up, it's only gonna be for 3 seconds. That animation, most likely. Alright, for the Beastman, Cygor, plus 800 health, plus 35 base melee damage, and plus 15 AP melee damage. Okay, Giant all. Minus 15 base melee damage, plus 15 AP melee damage, so even more armor piercing for the Giants. Angor Spearman unsealed it, plus 4 leadership and minus 4 charge bonus. Okay, that's actually quite great. Now they will last a little bit longer. And Dark Elves, Cold One Knights, -1, melee attack -1, melee defense, Cold One Dread Knights, the same, and Cold One Chariot -1 melee defense. So a minor nerf for the Dark Elves. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. For the Lizardmen over here, if I see nerfs, I'm gonna be, yeah, bring them on. Lord Croak, plus 100 multiplayer cost, -10% damage on deliverance of each 1, 2, and 3. And yeah, that's gonna be good. 100 coins more. It's always a good thing for nerf wise. Ancient Salamander, -25 projectile range, -5% explosion damage, slight increase in entity size, -1869 health. Holy crap, that hurt. And removed speed reduction from contact effect, and +2 ammo. So yeah, we can see some buffs over here, like +2 ammo or slight increase in entity size, but overall that is a huge nerf. The Thunderous one costs 100 more now, and +5 more for the ability recharge. The Red Crested King Chief on Ancient Stegadon +50 multiplayer cost. Star Chamber Guardians also +50. Pathwax Sentinels +52. Basteladon Ark of Sotek actually costs 50 less because it's actually a city unit, let's be honest. Like even on campaign I can't get that thing to work quite well. Tic-Tac-Toe now has the drop sphere of Tipok. I mean, why the hell would you remove that from the multiplayer? Tic-Tac-Toe is already like a weak lord. Like removing one of his abilities, but and yeah, they applied it now on the multiplayer. A default ability, you don't have to get it and pay for it. Croxigors -2 AP melee damage. Ooh, really? Phone ones +100 cost. Okay, that hurt. I don't think that was needed, but whatever. Cold One Riders -1 melee attack and -1 melee defense, and Cold One Spear Riders the same. So Yeah, that's a nerf. That's a nerf overall for the Lizardmen. Let's see at the Skaven, who are the most overpowered ones. Nah, both the Lizardmen and the Skaven, you know what I mean. Warlock Giselles and the ROR +1 reload time, so they will shoot slower, and -3 melee defense, so they're gonna melt even easier. Like you just get one harpy on top of them or something else, and that's just gonna be bye bye. Poison Wind Globadiers -50 multiplayer cost, -150 cost. Oh, that's for the campaign, most likely that's for the multiplayer. Okay, good. Warpfire Throwers and ROR +30 armor. Okay, finally, that was greatly needed because it didn't make sense. Rattling Gunners and ROR +50 cost, small reduction in accuracy. Okay, thank you for that. Storm Vermin with Halberds, -1 base melee damage, but +2 AP melee damage. Okay, a minor buff for the Halberd. Doom Flayers, -20% health, -10 armor, -20% mass. Yeah, I agree. Like these things should be like a super glass cannon. So a reduction in health, armor, and mass is what is needed. They should get in, get as much damage, and then just get destroyed. That's their purpose. Warlock Master Doomwheel, added terror, can no longer hide in forest, -4 melee attack, -10 charge bonus, -1 melee defense. A Naked Claw on a Doomflayer no longer causes fear or hides in forest. Okay, that makes sense. And for the vampire counts, the Crypt Horrors have been buffed by +1 melee attack. Hellman Ghost, Corpse Guard, -50 cost. Like, damn it. Nobody's gonna use a Corpse Guard. Like, you're making your lord even slower. At least on foot he can survive just by getting inside all of the other tide of the undead. Just hiding in there. The Corpse Guard cannot. Reliquary Corruption is free and on by default in multiplayer. I don't remember what is that, but whatever. Vargulf, -10 base melee damage. Okay, and -20 AP melee damage. Okay, nerf for the double Vargulf build. That made sense. And for the vampire cost, we can see Mongols, not including night terrors. They have no terror now. Oh dear lord, that's a lot. That's a lot. Noctilus on foot, -5 armor. Okay. So I can agree with all of that. I just didn't feel like the Horn ones needed a nerf, +100 multiplayer cost. That's a lot. Unless it's not multiplayer cost, like it says here. Perhaps it's just for the campaign. If it's just for the campaign, that would be okay, but yeah, like if it's multiplayer it says MP cost. If it's not, it just says that. Alright, yeah, if it's not for the multiplayer, I agree completely with all the other changes. So yeah, I might have made a mistake about that, because it's different, as we can see, that and that, unless they effed it up when writing it down. Anyway, and that was it, guys. So I really hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like or a comment. Feel free to subscribe if you're not, and hit that notification button. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.